Many years ago, when I was traveling through Italy on my own, my drink was spiked. The last thing I remember was the song, the final countdown, coming and going from my consciousness. I woke up in a hotel room with a man I didn't know. Obviously, I don't remember anything. Fast forward some 20, 30 years later, and this is not just one rare horror story. It's rampant. It's everywhere. Perpetrators often operate in syndicates. They use spiking for rape, human trafficking, and robbery. It's quick, it's calculated, and it leaves almost no trace.
At that point, I knew something wasn't okay. So I kept my head down, and fortunately, I was leaning against the stage, so nobody could really see that I was a bit wobbly. And it took about 5 to 10 minutes for me to find my feet again. And when I looked at the drinks, the two drinks next to each other, one drink had bubbles. Those drinks never left my side.
That's Nicole on the night her drink was spiked, along with DJ Wallace, just a few months before he was shot and killed.
DJ Wallace and I were extremely close, and one night in particular last year, I wanted to visit some establishments just to do some profiling and to risk mitigation, particularly on women who are subject to predatory sort of behavior. So he was of the view that the spiking already had taken place in that first venue, and I only felt it at the second venue, which it raises even more concern to me, because that then tells me that I or we were being followed.
Some victims do not make it out alive. They pass away. We had an incident where a high-profile individual was also spiked in Sandton. He was found in his apartment a few days later, where he was robbed of large sums of money and some of his belongings.
So who is behind it, and to what end?
So we have seen a number of syndicates emerging, where they use, the syndicate involves both men and women working together for a common purpose of robbing victims of their hard-earned money or their belongings. So we see it quite often in the nightlife, in your nightclubs, where a victim would be targeted from outside, and they communicate continuously, where they would target a certain individual. They would communicate on what type of motor vehicle this person drives, what they are wearing.
The story I told you about a friend of mine's daughter who was found in the back of a car at the port in Cape Town. What's the link between trafficking, human trafficking, and this problem?
It's quite interlinked. Because some people in the commission of these crimes, there are many different purposes of why especially females would be drugged. Sometimes it's a matter of trafficking them for, your sex trafficking and so on.
So some of the symptoms to look out for is sudden dizziness, blackouts, and when you are drinking, if you are a person who drinks, if you're getting more drunker than usual, that's something to look out for,
It happens in seconds and you cannot see it.
We've got the normal ones like your roofies, your ketamine, ketamine is usually used as an anesthetic. So these are the drugs that are used in the spiking that people need to be aware of. The psychological impact to the victims is significant. They experience acute anxiety, also trauma responses similar to assault survivors. Also, they got memory gaps, like I was saying, that they don't remember what happened the night before. So there's often feelings of guilt, also feelings of, because of this is underreported. Most of these cases are not reported because of stigma as well, So the underreporting also shows that people withdraw from coming forth about the information.
If you've left your drink unattended, just get a new drink. I now drink out of a can. I drink, if I'm having anything alcoholic, I drink out of a glass bottle so that I can put my finger inside of there. That's what I'm training my daughter to do. And also for us to look out for each other. let us just observe one another and look out for each other. The venues themselves are not doing enough, in my humble opinion and in my view. You know, being in the security cluster, you know, you've got access to CCTV footage. You've got access, or you've employed competent and skilled bodyguards and staff, whether it's a barman, whether it is a waitress, whether it is a manager, should be able to profile and identify somebody who's been spiked.
Now, this isn't about being careless or being ashamed. It's an organized crime. It's all about power, and it's people exploiting science and vulnerability. One unattended drink, that's all it takes. I'm Jane Dutton for EWN.